After watching thousands of traders attempt funding challenges, one pattern shows up every single time. The funded ones all share a single habit, and the traders who don't have it eventually self-destruct regardless of how good their trading strategy is. Not all at once, slowly. They hesitate on good trades, overmanage winners, break rules under pressure, and then try to compensate by forcing trades. Their strategy stays the same, but their behavior degrades as the stakes increase. And by the time they realize what's going on, the damage is already done. In this video, I'm going to share with you the single habit that I extracted after nearly a decade of observation. Now, this habit isn't just something you can figure out by reading books, or it's not something figured out with a whiteboard. It's something that you can only find once you've observed thousands of traders fail for the exact same reason. And in this video, I'm going to share what that habit is, and I'm going to show you how you can install it into your trading so you're no longer operating from a psychological disadvantage.
Now, there's going to be some of you that are thinking, oh, this one habit would work if I'm a disciplined trader, but I'm just not a disciplined trader. And there's a bit of a misconception that I want to clear up. Discipline isn't a personality trait. It's not something that you're born with. It's something you develop with the proper processes and the proper systems and the proper structures in place. This one habit will help you develop discipline in your trading. This one habit will help you start executing like these disciplined 6- and 7-figure traders. So what is the one habit? Well, the one habit is constant recalibration after wins, losses, and missed positions. Not journaling, not reflection, not staying calm, not meditation, not deep breathing. It's all about how a trader recalibrates after emotional disturbance. After a trader experiences either a win or a loss in the markets or even a missed position, it's all about, does that trader have systems and processes in place to be able to recalibrate their psychology so that they can get back to their trading plan? That is the one habit I've seen consistent with top performing traders, and that is the one habit I'm going to show you how you can integrate into your trading today. The reason this habit creates an unfair edge is just simply think about how many of your silly trading errors and decisions have come straight after losing streaks, or straight after winning streaks, or straight after missed positions. How often have you taken 2 or 3 losses in a trading day and then going back into the market seeking revenge, seeking a trade to make it all back? Or how many of you experienced 2 and 3 losses and then were in such a state of fear and in a freeze response that you couldn't take a trade that the market presented to you, the next perfect opportunity? Or how many times have you been on a winning streak, performing exceptionally well day after day, week after week, month after month, to only give it all back to the market from over trading, from taking trades outside of your trading plan, from greed, from over risking? Or how many times have you missed a position, gone on tilt, and then jumped straight into the market when there were no opportunities to trade, just to alleviate that state feeling like you've missed out? You will find that 90% of your trading errors come from one of those 3 situations. And in this video, I'm going to show you what that one habit is: self-recalibration in high pressure, high emotional disturbance times, so that you can manage yourself and consequently stick to your trading plan.
So let me show you exactly how these profitable funded traders are consistently pulling payouts with this one habit of self-recalibration. Now, after a win, let's say they've just taken a win, or they've passed a funding challenge, or they've just gotten a payout, they're in this state of elation and this state of pride. Now, you've heard me say on this channel before, if you don't humble yourself, you're going to get humbled by the market. Pride and self-exaggeration gets humbled. Why? Because when you're proud and you're exaggerating yourself, you minimize the market. You exaggerate your own abilities. You exaggerate how good your particular ideas are and your fantasies are. You minimize the risk in the market. You get complacent with sticking to your trading plan, and you start to force low quality setups into the market. And eventually, you get humbled by the market because you're taking low quality setups that have no edge. So pride always inevitably gets humbled. You can either humble yourself through good questioning and self-recalibration, which is what the top performing funded traders are doing, or you can inevitably get humbled by the market. The latter is more expensive. The former is a lot cheaper if you master this skill. So when you go into the state of pride and self-exaggeration, most traders, amateur traders, they buy into this state. They get really proud, they feel really happy, and they're buying into that emotional state. Top performing traders use that as a signal and use that as a feedback that they're missing part of the picture. All emotions are feedback mechanisms that you're not seeing the complete truth. And when you're exaggerating yourself, you're minimizing the risks and the drawbacks and the disadvantages. So instead of buying into your own narrative that you're this, invincible trader after a winning streak, what's wise is to go in there and make yourself aware of the drawbacks, the risks, the disservices, what you've overlooked, what you didn't quite do well. And what you're doing is just humbling yourself. You're bringing yourself back down to the state of poise. You don't want to minimize yourself below that. You just want to bring yourself back to a poised, balanced state, because in that poised, balanced state, that's when you can objectively see the market and stick to your trading plan. When you're up here, you're talking down to the market, thinking you're better than the market, thinking you can predict the market. When you're down here, you're minimized to the market, thinking the market's better than you. When you're here, you're equal with the market. When the market presents an opportunity, according to your edge that you've studied and developed, you take that trade. That's how you have consistent profitability. So the one habit these funded traders are implementing is self-recalibration after wins by asking themselves quality questions that bring balance to their mind and humble them out of this state of pride, so that the next trade they come around to, they can stick to their trading plan on that trade. Now, so too, after losses, instead of beating themselves up and promoting fear trading or promoting revenge trading, these traders, the top 1% funded traders, are utilizing the resentment and the fear as a signal, as a feedback that they're missing part of the picture. So they need to go in there and find the benefits, what they did well. And what they're doing is they're recalibrating themselves back to that state of poise. When you're up here proud, you have to bring yourself down a little bit. When you're down here beating yourself up, you have to bring yourself up a little bit. You need to humble your pride. You need to lift the state of resentment. And after a loss, by going in there and finding the benefits of losses, what you did well, what you did right, you're resurfacing yourself back to a poised state. So again, when you come to the next opportunity, the next trading opportunity, you're poised. If the market aligns with your plan, you take it. So some common benefits after losses, some common drawbacks after wins. How often have wins made you complacent? How often have they made you deviate from your trading plan? How often have they made you over risk? So the drawback of winning is that wins can blind you to the process. It can make you overlook your own trading plan. It can make you minimize risk in the market, so you're more likely to take low quality setups. So, and it's more likely to make you not want to learn as much and not grow and not be as teachable. So wins close us off from growth opportunities. And if you can be aware of that after you win, you can see when you win a profitable trade, how you actually lose in that moment, because now you're not sticking to your trading plan as much, you're minimizing risk in the market, you're not learning as much. You can see the losses in that moment, you can self-calibrate. And then you can kind of humble that pride and get back to your trading plan in the next trade. And common benefits after losses is that losses kind of shake you out of a fantasy state. They shock you out of that. And you think, oh shit, now I need to be accountable to my trading plan, stick to the highest quality setups according to my trading plan. I'm now aware of the risk in the market, so I'm only going to take high quality setups according to my plan. So losses and wins, if interpreted correctly, are kind of feedback mechanisms guiding you to stick to your trading plan. And these top 1% funded traders, they're not afraid to take losses every so often, because the losses remind them of the reality of the markets, which is that there's risk out there, and it raises the value of their trading plan and their risk management systems and being accountable and doing their proper processes. The losses and the wins keep them on track to sticking to their trading plan. And they certainly don't mind taking wins every so often, because the wins remind them of the potential in the market. So you need an oscillation of both wins and losses in your trading to keep you calibrated, only if you're interpreting them correctly. So install this one habit of self-recalibration, and what you start to do is you start to reframe winning. Instead of winning being this glorious thing that you get elated by and then you get humbled because of later on, what you start to see winning as is a dispassionate price hit my entry and then it hit my take profit. And you're no longer buying into that narrative that because I've taken a few wins, I'm the best trader ever and I can continue to predict the market long term. So you reframe a win from being this elating experience that eventually gets humbled to seeing it objectively for what it is. Price hit my entry, hit my take profit. And this state may seem boring, but that is the exact state you need to be in if you want to consistently stick to your trading plan and have consistent payouts on funded accounts. Otherwise, you go boom, bust, boom, bust. So you reframe wins from this elating experience to that objective experience. You reframe losses from this painful experience. When you're no longer addicted to winning each individual trade, losing no longer hurts. You don't see losing as this painful challenge against your identity and against your intelligence and against your, against you as an individual, against your ego. But you now see losses as a necessary feedback and a necessary reminder of the risks in the market and now accountability to sticking to your trading plan. And I guess, again, you don't buy into that narrative of this is a win, this is a loss. You see it as, all right, price hit my entry and then it hit my stop loss. And then you start to reframe missed positions now. When you're not addicted to winning all the time, missed positions don't hurt as much. And when you're not addicted to avoiding losses all the time, you're not scared to take trades, so you miss positions less. But what's interesting about missing positions, I was speaking to one of my one-on-one traders this morning about it. I've never heard a trader complain about missing a position that was a loss. Traders only complain about missing positions that after the fact they realized was a win. But the interesting thing about missing a position, because traders think I miss the profit that I could have made on this trade. But the truth is you also miss the risk that you have to put on that trade to have that profit. So missed positions, when you reframe them from I've just missed a position that's a win, you're also missing out on the risk that you have to put on that trade for it to be a win in the first place. And you also, over a large sample space, are also going to miss out on losses as well. So when you start to reframe missed positions to that, you miss out on the risk that you're putting on, and you also miss out on certain losses at times. Missed positions, when you put them in a broader context, don't hurt as much. So traders, this is the one habit that every single long-term funded profitable trader is implementing. They have some form of self-calibration, either taught by a trading psychology coach like myself, or learn over time of going through the boom and bust cycle so often of winning, losing, winning, winning, losing, and learning that over time with experience. Now, every individual has self-recalibration and homeostasis intuitively built into them. Everybody does this. Everybody understands it. So this shouldn't be a foreign topic to you, because whenever your body gets too hot, guess what happens? It has homeostasis and it starts to sweat. Whenever your body gets too cold, guess what happens? Your body has some sort of homeostasis and it starts to shiver, to warm up your body's particles, to heat you up. So homeostasis is built into your physiology. It's also built into your sociology. If you were to go onto your Instagram or into your YouTube and post just these highlights of your life and how good you are, and continue to put in people's face how good you are and all the positives and all the highlights, you get humbled eventually. And if you continue to go on your social media and tell everybody how bad you are and how depressed you are and how low life your life is, people come in there and support you. So homeostasis is built into our physiology, it's built into our sociology. Everybody intuitively understands it. All I'm encouraging you to do now is emulate the top performing funded traders and integrate self-calibration and homeostasis into your trading with these good questions that humble and lift you whenever you need them. I've put them into a little summary in the description below so you can have those with you while you're trading. So traders, this is the one habit that consistently pops up before you have consistency, before you have funding, before you start to get consistent payouts. Now, to make it easy for you to implement, what I've done is I've summarized the process, the self-calibration process, into a Notion document that each of you can download in the description below, and you can have that up at your trading desk after you take trades. Now, even if you got just one insight from this video, I want you to go ahead and like the video and consider subscribing to the channel so you stay up to date with my most recent releases. And traders, if you're currently facing a trading psychology hurdle or an issue that you just don't know how to get past, what I want you to do is go ahead and comment that in the comments below. I'm going to go into those comments and offer you some guidance, offer you a perspective that you may not be seeing right now. And traders, before you click away from this video, I want you to do two things. Firstly, I want you to go into the description and sign up for the link that says Bulletproof My Trading Mindset. That's a completely free resource that's going to help you bulletproof your trading mindset. This particular resource, this tool, is being used by 7,000 traders across 92 plus countries around the world. And I'm getting countless testimonials daily about how this single tool, the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool, has been making a shift in traders' psychologies, and as a result, in their results also. Before you click away from this video, after you've signed up for the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool, there's going to be another video that pops up on your screen. It's a 15-minute video where I run through some of my more advanced mindset teachings and elaborate on that Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool that you've just signed up for. So traders, go ahead and give that a watch, and I hope to see you all in the next video.